There is kind of new way to evaluate coffee in the coffee industry, which is called the Coffee Value Assessment by Specialty Coffee Association. Liking it today, it's like ordering a Wagyu steak well done. But I'm doing it anyway. No, I'm not going to order the steak well done, but I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think the CVA is a pretty cool thing. And number 5, you guessed it right, it's controversial. Number 1, it's more inclusive. I believe the CVA is designed for every coffee professional at whatever level you are, whether you are a barista, an enthusiast, or professional coffee taster. Unlike the previous Q grader, the entry is pretty easy. All you have to do is maybe take a sensory class, or you can even figure it out yourself. The Q system required you to pass a very vigorous exam, to be constantly calibrated, and yes, it was a pretty exclusive club. It costed a lot of money, and it was a hard exam. Some of Q graders out there still have PTSD after that class. So the Coffee Value Assessment makes it just more inclusive. Everybody can join in. Number 2. It respects cultural and other differences. Who are you to tell me how the coffee should taste like? With the Q system, we had to be calibrated and we had to evaluate the coffees accordingly. With the CVA system, the quality is actually subjective. How can it be, you asking? Well, the thing is that we are humans, we are not robots. So CVA believes that you as a human can have an opinion about that coffee. There shouldn't be some kind of centralized agency who tells you this coffee deserves 84 points. A good example would be these all over fermented coffees. Especially Asian cultures and young generation loves these coffees. Me personally, not so much. I believe that they are something like a plastic surgery on coffee. Who is right, me or the young guys? The truth is that we just have different opinion about these coffees. I believe they have a right to tell me that, hey, I love these coffees because it's XYZ, and I believe that those coffees don't deserve such a high score because they are engineered rather than given by the terroir itself. Number 3. It's relatable to customer. Whenever I did Q evaluation of coffee, it was really relevant for purchase decisions, it was relevant for importers, rather than to give that score to consumers. It was a confusing score. I think the Coffee Value Assessment gives a bigger overview of the coffee and can be translated to regular customers too. Of course, for customers, you can take the data from the Coffee Value Assessment and a bit simplify them so it's more digestible. But the quality scores can be very relatable, because what you can do with a CVA, you can actually score coffees to the market. You can say, hey Valerian, can you help me to score these coffees for the Asian market? I just told you, they really like these funky flavors, so most likely on that project, I will score coffees higher than the same coffees when I would score it to my personal market. When I started to use the CVA, I noticed I'm scoring much wider than before. With the previous Q system, that my highest score was actually 93.75 for a coffee, which I still dream about and have goosebumps. Hey Karin from Tatumas. And you know, that's not fair because the scale is up to 100. But we were kind of scared to give those 9s and 9.5s. It was just like not really think what we did as a Q graders. With the CVA system, the quality score is really blind because you put a little dot on a score which you want to give per category, and later through calculator it will calculate you the final score. And I was surprised that suddenly geishas I was scoring 94, 95, my favorite coffees, and other coffees which were really decent, I scored 90 points. I had a Kenyan coffee which I scored 89 points. I was like, well, it does belong there because we have this giant scale up to 100, so why not? What is really 100 coffee? Well, it helped me to realize that I'm a stingy scorer with the Q system, and here, because it's blind, it permits me to be a wider scorer. I know, you're waiting for the controversial one. Who knows, you maybe even zoom through this video to get here. Here you go. Imagine a world where one can become a coffee reviewing celebrity using the CVA. In the wine world, there are different review magazines, there are different reviewers, and some of them you follow, some of them don't. Example, there's Robert Parker. He's a very, very famous wine reviewer. He has millions of followers, but boy, anytime he rates the wine very high, I'm not a buyer. Those wines are not for me. Imagine a world where there are coffee reviewers who use the CVA standard, so it's kind of standardized, and will create their opinions about these coffees, and maybe they have some blogs, maybe they have some TikToks and Instagrams, and become your scoring guide. Again, we're getting there where this can become relatable to the consumer. It permits us to create this space, and again, maybe helping the consumers to select the correct coffees and have even more enjoyment from that coffee. So no, I'm not going to order Wagyu steak well done. That said, I started to like coffee value assessment as soon as I started to teach it a year ago. If you are a Q grader, especially if you're a Q trainer, you must hate the whole system. And understand why. I don't think it's really because of the system per se. I think because of the stuff what happened between CQI and Specialty Coffee Association and how it went down. 100% understand. That's a very different topic. But as a system of sensory evaluation, I think coffee value assessment has its place in the industry. Not only that, but I believe it is an upgrade from the Q, or at least upgrade for an average Joe. It's an upgrade to communicating the coffee between us, average coffee professionals, and it's an upgrade for us to communicate towards consumers. What do we have on the table? What do you think about CVA? Have you ever cupped with it? Have you tried it? Is it something you like or not? And I'll tell you, there are many things I hate about the CVA. If you want to hear them, leave a comment below. Tell me, Valerian, what you hate about the CVA, and I'll make another video where I will spill the beans. Until then, have only good coffee, and see you in the next one.